You a Star Wars fan? Because you'll be amazed at number one, that a lot of women might be into the shit that you're into, but you're so worried about her judging you that you don't give it half a chance. But also some of the things that you're not into, you'll be amazed at how women would want to get into it because they want to get closer to you.
A lot of times they say shit like, "Oh, I'm free on weekends," or I'm usually free on Thursdays," or whatever the hell. So if it makes sense, then I schedule a date.
If she really liked you from the get-go, there would be no reward system you would have to look for to do anything for, right? Because it would automatically be there, And I like to do this in conversations sometimes. When you're speaking with somebody and you'll hear a girl say something like, "I'll never do this," or "I don't like this," or "I don't like that." And then you'll notice you'll say, "Nah, I kind of like it. I like it when blah, blah, blah." And she's like, well, yeah, when you say it like that, I like it, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you switched up awfully fast for somebody that just really said they don't like something. And so, there's always been clues out there for fellas to understand, like, yo, if they really like you, they will change their whole political party.
They're not giving her real instruction. They're not letting her know what it really is. And most dudes don't do it. Most dudes don't say what it is because they're afraid to hear no, or they're afraid to bring up sex too early and all of this and all of that. But the bottom line is this. Either, again, and somebody said it, either she's feeling you or she's not. You understand? Either she's feeling you or she's not. We got to stop all this nonsense, man. Guys are too afraid to hear no, and it's like I'd rather hear no than to waste 2, 3, 4 dates and time spent, money spent, and all this other shit just to find out that you wasn't feeling me any damn way. You see what I'm saying? But so with me, first date is cool. If you don't want to do it on the first date, no problem. You could be on your period or whatever it is. There's a lot of things that could be off on the first date, right? It doesn't matter. But second date, you gotta know what it
is. For me, I like exclusive vagina to me. And that's because I don't want to catch nothing to have my later years messed up. And I like to stroke without no condom on. It feels great.
No.
So I like it.
So you like to be hugged by the sugar walls? You like to be hugged?
Yeah. I like that velvet, plush velvet. The smoothness. So,
but even then, J. Roman, I hear you.
He don't get up for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the reason is because he has to conserve his energy to do 3 full workouts a day up until his competition date. You understand? So when he's in season, he literally just works out as hard as he can. Then he sits on the couch and his wife brings him everything. The only thing she don't do is fucking piss for him, right? So what I'm saying is, it's one thing to have a wife that does it, because you said earlier, these were the words you used. You said a woman who says, "Oh, I rock with this dude, so I don't mind doing this." But see, it's a difference between a woman who doesn't mind and a woman who cheerfully wants to do it. Understand the position of a simp. Make sure you understand the position of a friend zone nigga. Make sure you understand that a man doesn't do anything for nothing. You understand? So run the game, be careful, and do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's the right there, J. Roman. And that's the problem. Your main chick should always be prioritized over all the new chicks. Right? The new chicks should not get preferential treatment. Right? So what would make it difficult for a lot of women is if you're giving girlfriend treatment to the new chick. Right? So this is why when you very first meet women, you have to establish boundaries and parameters where they got to earn everything. So that way, when the main chick is with you and she knows you're dealing with new women, she knows they have to go through the gauntlet too. They just don't get shit quicker. Like if
hosts on the mic. Kerry K setting the blaze, sagging. Miles Cunham with the game so tight. J Roman lit the torch, keeping it right. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law. Kerry K drops jewels, the crowd enthralled. Words cut deep, no need for brawls. Miles Cunningham, tactic sharp like a dagger. Navigates the game, makes the haters stagger. Journey to manhood, no easy feat. Lessons from the masters, words concrete. J Roman with the keys, opens the door. Manhood's the path, gotta crave for more. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's going on, man?
What's
Woo.
good with you, my brother?
Chilling, man. Chilling. It's getting cold out here. I don't know about where you at.
It's still warm, bro. I went out. The weather dropped to about 60 something. So I went shopping. I went shopping for some winter gear. I'm like, yeah, 'cause I like winter months and fall months better than summer months because the gear you can get is just different. It's just right because you go on layers and shit. So I went shopping like a motherfucker, and I'm like, I can't even wear it. I got shit all in the closet with tags on it. And I'm like, I need the weather to turn, right? Because it started getting cool, and then yesterday I left, and I'm like, I got to put on shorts again. Fuck. I bought a bunch of pants and long sleeve shit.
Right.
But hey, all my Texas people, the weather will turn. I'm just waiting for it to get like 55, 60. That's right around there.
There you go.
What's good with you, man? How's life treating the masculine identity man himself and shit?
Yo, pretty good, man. Pretty good. Can't complain. And shout out to everybody that's been taking advantage of the 33% sale on the website, man. So make sure you guys go to you go to Cunningham Elements to get your masculine identity soap. Everything is automatic 33% off for Black Friday sale. And the sale ends November 30th. So guys, take advantage. Like, take advantage. This is not an everyday thing, and it's only going to last for the next 15 days, so make sure you guys take advantage of it. But shout out to everybody that took advantage already, and we'll be getting your stuff out pretty soon, man. But appreciate you having me as always, man. Shout out to you, and let's get it.
Well, this
you drinking that Saratoga Springs like that?
Yeah. I had
that fitness influencer guy.
I don't know about the guy, but for whatever reason, bro, I've been into this sparkling water and also alkaline water. I've been drinking a lot of alkaline water. Yeah. Bro, you can feel it pause, but when it go down your throat, pause, heavy pause, right? It doesn't feel as rough. This is how you know water is fucked up. Like a lot of water is fucked because you can feel the roughness when you go from like even the shit you drink Fiji.
Right.
When you drink Fiji water and you drink like Nestle or any other, you can feel the difference.
You can feel it.
You can literally feel it, bro. That's why. And I don't drink tap water. I do not fuck with tap. Like even when I make coffee, I buy purified water and I heat that water up. I don't fuck with the tap water.
Yeah. When I make my coffee, I pour Fiji in the coffee machine. Facts.
Yeah. I guess I can't do it, bro. I'm getting real picky in my older age and shit. Real picky. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm telling you, that's how it is. The older you get, the more you read, the more you refine your masculine identity. Is like you're not even your body could take the bullshit no more. You know what I'm saying?
But you can feel it different as you age. Like yo, when I was 20 something, I was doing all kinds of fucked up shit till my body didn't realize it. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like I'm my antennas is up, like I'm paying attention. But yo, what are we talking about today? Attractive isn't enough. Why men with game walk away from most women. Guys, we got 2 videos. Now, before we show these 2 videos, here's my disclaimer. This is not about women. Now, for all you red pill guys and a lot of you guys, you're going to be like, yeah, Yeah, when the chicks are talking and they're making sense, but it's not about what they're saying. It's about what we've been saying that they're pointing out.
Right. All right, let me see. Efosa, what's going on with you, bro? Efosa?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
What up, Efosa?
I got a question.
Okay, what's up, man?
So, do you think unattractive women treat men well because they have to?
Do you think unattractive women treat men well because they have to?
Yeah, but I agree with them. Like, let's say a woman is overweight, unattractive. She treat her men pretty well during her relationship, but once she loses that weight,
wait. Efosa.
Hold on.
Efosa, slow down, real quick. Okay, you said something that I caught, and I have to correct you. You said if she is overweight and unattractive, according to whom? According to whom? Right? Because guys forget.
My experience. I give my experience. So when I date I was in a relationship, but I was in a fuck-based situation. I was dating a woman who was like unattractive, a little bit overweight. She was unattractive. She was treating pretty well. That's like up in the past. Like she was treating me well. She loved me for me. She loved to treat me pretty well. She cooked me, do everything for me. But once she lose weight and she look good, take care of herself, she tells me she don't treat me well no more. She checked out.
Efosa, let me tell you what happened. Efosa, let me tell you what happened.
Yeah.
See, you're thinking about her from your lens. In her mind, she was insecure about how she looked. Now, here's the problem. Because she was insecure about her looks, she got with a guy who was also insecure. So once she became more confident and more secure about herself, she realized how insecure you were. You understand?
Okay, but even she lose that weight, even she look good now.
Okay, this is what you're not understanding. Okay, she knew that she probably didn't look her best. I'm not gonna say she's unattractive because I don't know her, I didn't see her. But my point is, you called her unattractive. She probably didn't necessarily think she was unattractive. She just thought, I know I don't look my best. And once she got to the point where she looked her best and she got the attention from the men she actually wanted, not the man she settled for, nigga, the men she actually wanted, she bounced. Y'all got it.
Oh, okay, interesting. That's what I learned. That was like before I watched y'all guys. That's way long time ago. That's before I watched you guys. So the reason I just want to ask that question because it very relates to the topic. You know what I'm saying?
But see, the problem, and I'm gonna pass it to you guys real quick. You called in and you made the question about how she looked, and you don't realize the question is really about you dealing with a woman you really weren't all that attracted to, because both of y'all settled for each other. She just got her act together sooner than you. That's it. Y'all got it.
Yeah. Got anything else to say, Miles?
Yeah, so like his agent was saying, everything has to do with the way that you behave and the way you treat the woman. You understand? Sadly, there's the average dude, he treats a woman that he feels is not attractive or that he thinks is not attractive. He'll treat her one way, and then if he thinks she's more attractive, he'll treat her another way. The average guy, when he doesn't think a woman is attractive, he'll have a little bit more confidence because he feels like, oh, nobody wants her but me. So he'll behave a certain way, and his behavior will affect her behavior and her level of confidence. But when she loses weight and then she get a little bit of confidence, now the guy is gonna start saying, oh shit, she's looking better. More guys is gonna start hollering at her, and then because the man starts to act differently towards her, then she begins to act differently. Do you understand that? So it's you keep talking about the woman and how good she look. What we're trying to explain to you is it's all about how you behave as a man. It really doesn't have anything to do with how good she looks. Because there are people out there, because, check this out. There are people out there that are, that are skinny, and when they look in the mirror, they still think they're fat. Those people are called anorexic and bulimic people, right? You have people who are they're drop dead gorgeous, and everybody thinks they're drop dead gorgeous, but every time they look in the mirror, they got to get another plastic surgery procedure. You get what I'm saying? Or they got to get fake tits, or they got to get a BBL, or they got to get this, they got to get that. So it's a woman's looks is not as objective as you think. You understand? So it's really about how the man behaves, and then how she receives his behavior, and then reflects it back to him.
That's fast, man. That's a real game. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'll tell you guys this too. You guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. One, a lot of individuals will choose what they deem to be a ugly woman, but they still miss on the personality and how, if she is compatible with them.
Mm-hmm.
So the judgment itself is still off. It doesn't matter if she's an ugly woman or a beautiful woman, that some would say. Does she still fit you, your instructions, what you want to be done, and are you guys compatible? Because if you were, it wouldn't matter if she was a little less confident in herself. The more confidence she gained, it still would have been cool with you, and she still would have been cool with you because you picked her for how she vibes with you as far as the compatibility. So a lot of times, even when y'all pick a deemed ugly woman, you still pick wrong, because you still don't focus on you standing on what you believe in, how anybody next to you should be compatible, no matter what they look like.
That's right.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, Efosa, you good?
Good. Thank you so much. I'll listen today. Thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for calling in. All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. So which video did you want me to play first? Okay.
The one where the dude is at the bottom of the video kind of listening, but he ain't really talking, and the chick is kind of going in. Like, she's talking about baddies.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
And then the other one is more like a podcast. They're talking about like DMV. Play that one last.
Okay.
Now, let me say this again. Here's my disclaimer, because guys, y'all like to hear women say certain things. So y'all might like what she's saying, but it's not about what she is saying about other women. It's about the title. Attractive isn't enough. Why men with game walk away from most women. See, in this space, myself, Jay Roman, Miles Cunningham, all the fellas from the Real Game No Theory panel, and other guys that we rock with and have respect for on and off the internet, we understand the importance of selecting women who follow our lead. We understand that, and we understand that beauty ain't shit, right? The moment I see a woman who looks good, once I start talking to her, how she looks matters no more. At this point, how she acts, how she behaves. The problem with a lot of red pill guys in the PUAs, they teach you to get beautiful women, fuck how she acts. And y'all gonna see the shit that we're talking about. And let me just say this real quick. I know I'm getting long-winded. Most of the women you deal with are not dateable. I need you guys to understand that. No matter how good they look, most of the women you come across are not dateable. You should not be dealing with them past fuck buddy or fucking them. And in some cases, you shouldn't even have sex with them. All right, all right, here we go.
Yeah, hey, you're right about that. You shouldn't promote everybody.
Facts. Yeah, there you go. All right, you ready?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Oh, let me make sure y'all can hear it first.
Are you saying? Yeah.
Can y'all hear that?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. All right, let's get it. So you want to play it through one time, or?
Yeah, let's play it all the way through, and then we'll come back and we'll give our commentary to it.
All right, here we go.
Are you saying? Yeah. That pretty privileged women are weak?
Most of them, yes. Most of them. That's why when you hear the baddie buzzword, most baddies are prostitutes because all they have to offer is their body. It's weak. It's an easy way to do life, but it's a weak way to do life. And I feel bad for saying it. It's just the truth. And no shots fired. Look, do you, boo? Get it how you live it. I'm not here to judge you. Live your life. However, it's a weak way. It's the easy way. It's not the narrow road. Not taking into account, I don't think that they're taking into account the spiritual warfare that actually starts happening, the way that they have to battle that spiritual demon, which is very expensive. Can't afford it. But I think that when you're really beautiful, you're lazy.
All right.
Okay. Let me say this real quick. And if you want to play it back, that's cool. But yeah, go ahead and play it back, and then I'll tell you when to stop it, because there's a point.
Okay.
I want to get to that point.
Are you saying that pretty privileged women are weak?
Most of them, yes.
Okay, stop right there.
That's why when you hear...
Okay. And for all my women listening, I've said this in a recent live stream. It takes a strong woman to defer to a man, to follow a woman's lead. I said to follow a man's lead, rather. It takes a strong woman to submit, especially a woman who got her own money, her own house, her own shit. She can travel when she wants. For her, boss ass or independent ass, to submit to a man, it takes a strong woman to say he got it, to take her hand off the wheel and let him have it. What she's talking about is weak women. Most women you encounter are weak. And the reason why they're weak is because they don't work for nothing, right? They're used to guys just giving shit to them. So when you guys encounter them, they think that their beauty, that their body, and that their vagina or access to them sexually is the world. It means the world. And unfortunately for the PUA types, the red pill types, the incel types, the black pill, the passport bros, y'all are the reason why women like this exist. The women she's talking about, the baddies, they exist because of y'all. Because y'all pedestalize them and y'all romanticize getting this super bad bitch, but y'all require nothing of these women. Y'all got it.
Right. Well, I want to say something where so what I hear when this lady speaks about women being weak and taking the easy way out. So it kind of there's a little bit of disingenuousness in it, in my opinion, and that's because that's because a woman has always had it easy. In like compared to a man, a woman has always had it easy. The hardest thing a woman has to really deal with is the pain and discomfort of childbirth. But other than that, I think it's a woman's job to have it easy. The hardest part about a woman's job, other than the childbirth, is to find a man that can ensure her survival. To find a man that can give her access to resources. That's a woman's quest. You understand? So when I hear women say shit like this, remember that we're dealing with the quote unquote modern woman. And I don't say that like how the other guys be saying modern women. I'm saying the modern woman based on the fact that she's focused on career and having her own access to resources for survival. Do you understand what I'm saying? But when she's looked at other women and says that's weak, she's looking at it from the standpoint of, oh, well, you're weak because you're relying on your looks as access to resources instead of going out and making your own resources. So when I look at shit like that, I look at it kind of sideways, because what you're really saying is a woman who doesn't follow a man's lead is strong. And so, like you said earlier, Kay, it really takes strength to follow a man's lead. So what are we really saying? And who's really weak and who's really strong? The only reason why you're depending on corporate America to make your own money is so you don't have to listen to a fucking man. You understand? And so I look at it like, so who's really weak and who's really strong? And at the end of the day, who am I really going to bless with my masculine identity? Not you, who wants to compete with me for access to resources, but I'm gonna be looking. It's the woman that could be a baddie that can still follow my lead that I'm gonna really focus on. Not the ones not the ones that's looking for a reason to just be in competition with a man. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, you know, like you said, you got to be careful when you listen to this shit, because it can be misleading if you don't know what you're listening to.
And real quick, now, Jay Roman, let me say this and I'll pass it right back to you. You said something very important, Miles. You said what she's saying is disingenuous, and I want to point out why I agree with you. Because this is why I don't like when women separate themselves from other groups of women. I don't like when they do that, right? And she's doing it right now, right? She's making a point, true enough, but she's just like the women she's talking about. She just goes about it differently. Okay, let me explain what I mean. Some women are clumsy manipulators and some women are clever at it. Okay, women who tell you, oh, cash at me, those are clumsy manipulators. They're just clumsy with it, and they're just relying on the strength of how they look. She's more strategic with how she looks, meaning she's not going to make it as obvious that, yeah, I'm going for the bread too. What she's talking about is women who make it obvious. Like what she's saying is you're giving women like me and other women a bad look. Other pretty women, quote unquote, other pretty women, quote unquote, you're going to have guys thinking that we're all like you. And yes, every woman would love to have a man who's financially successful. It doesn't mean that they're mainly motivated by that. But to your point, Miles, she's being disingenuous because I guarantee you she ain't fucking with no broke nigga. She just won't make it obvious like that.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. Real talk.
Yeah. 100. I agree 100%. I'm gonna take something back to what Miles said. When I think women do work hard. They just work hard in their own way, right? Because, you know, grandma back in the day used to make grandpa feel like he was the strongest man alive, even though grandpa might not have been the smartest man alive.
Right.
However, she made him feel like he was the smartest man alive. She used her manipulation. And she used her manipulation or whatever he used to help guide his decisions to what she felt like. And, you know, if you're standing next to somebody for so long, you are influenced. I don't care what guys, I'm never influenced by my woman. Yeah, you are influenced. However, you need to be aware of it and need to know how to adjust, you know, to it and still come up with your own decisions for your family.
Right.
However, she knew how to maintain house and home. And I would say I'm trying to find a better term than manage him, because we are some brutes to begin with. You know, I mean, just to be honest with you, like, we can say things. We can say some things in a way that just has no care and concern. Now, even though we know we have care and concern,
no tact to it at all.
But it's like, yo, I said what I said, right? And she knew how to interpret that. She knew how to focus on it. She knew when to ask for, hey, Johnny needs some clothes. You know, it might require some overtime. You know, what do you want me to do? You know, like there's a lot of stuff that they had to deal with when dealing with the men. I was just watching a little thing in I don't know if y'all seen that show Spartacus, right? It's a show from a long time ago.
Yeah, I've seen some of it.
Yeah, I'm just catching up on some of it. Yeah, the Roman day. And then women was quick. As soon as a man died, they were like, yo, you know, I need to find somebody to tether to quickly because, you know, my survival depends on it. Even, and these weren't the lowly commoners. These were the ones that had some juice, like, you know, the queens and stuff. Like, hey, when a man died, they knew, like, hold on, I can only hold this position for so long without a dude next to me to help protect this position.
Right. And it was very common for them to fuck with the brother or to fuck with somebody in the family, to fuck with another dude in the family. It was very common for them to do that.
Yeah. They was trying to get, you know, they were not playing about holding their position. And I think that ladies have to deal with that they have the ones I deem smart and strong are the ones that know how to operate within the family structure that is set by that man. Right, that knows how to help and be heard and do all the other stuff. The ones, to me, the ones that try to go outside of that to prove that they can do it without, to me, those are the weaker ones, because they don't see the benefit of the family structure that has been set for the longest of time.
Right. Yep. You want me to continue playing it?
So are y'all good with this video? Yeah. If you want to play it one more time.
Let me see.
Daddy, buzzword, most baddies are prostitutes because all they have to offer is their body. It's weak. It's an easy way to do.
Can you pause it right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want guys to understand when she said prostitutes, I don't think she means it like in a literal term, like they're out on a street corner. She just means it that they just use their bodies to make money. Now, let me say this, and I've said this about women. It's actually very logical for a woman, to Jay Roman's point, to tether herself to a man of means. That's a logical decision for a woman to do that simply because he's a man of means. Now, from an emotional perspective, yeah, that might not be the best fit for her, right? But just from a logical, he has it, I need it. From a practical standpoint, it makes sense for women to use what they got to get what they want. The problem is, here's the problem. Okay, what she's saying is, because she's talking about a spiritual battle, and what she's really trying to get at is like these chicks are dead emotionally and shit because they just basically fuck for money. Right. Now, there might be a little bit of truth to that, and the reason why I say that, fellas, is because I still believe that most women still want a man to care about them, regardless of what they say on the internet, regardless how tough they try and act. I don't need a man. Fuck man. I'm just getting to the paper. Yeah, they might be doing that because they're at a stage where they're trying to cope with the fact that they keep having their heart broken. But just in my opinion, women innately want to be cared about by a man that they also care about, right? So if women ain't getting that, then they'll just say, fuck it. I'll just use my beauty to get what I want. Fuck men. And the problem with a lot of you guys, you're running into women who have that attitude. I'm just going to get what I want. I'm going to extract what I want. And I'm not really here for you, right? And this is why y'all run into women who are flaky. Shout out to Lucario. He talk about medium interest, low interest women. These are the women, they're not there for your benefit. They're there only for their benefit. This is why when we say attractive isn't enough, why men with game walk away from most women. Again, most women, guys, and I said this, when we get to the other video, you're going to hear the other lady say it. And Jillian or Jilliana, I saw you in here. Women are goofy. Real quick, fellas, let me tell this real quick story. God bless the dead. Shout out to my mom. Okay, prior to my mom passing away, this is a true story. Prior to my mom passing away, I used to always go to my mama's house when nobody was there. My father wasn't there, my brothers, nobody was there. Because me and my mom had some real fucking conversations. So I went to her crib one day, and I walked through the door, and I sit on the couch, and I say, Mama, I said, what's wrong with y'all? She was like, boy, what you talking about? I said, y'all women. She was like, what you mean? I was like, something wrong with y'all. Like Prozac, Lexapro, Ritalin wrong. Like all y'all need to be on med. Something wrong with y'all, right? Yeah. I'm talking to my mama about this. Yeah. And I'm like, no, something is off with all y'all. And I said, no, get me wrong. I love women, but I said, y'all do some head scratching shit that don't make no sense, right? Yeah. So my mama said, so you think this of all women? I said, all of y'all. And she said, what about your daughters? I said, them little motherfuckers too. And then she said, me too? And I'm like, especially you, mama. Right? And then she said, yeah, I said, especially you. You got it the worst, mama. And then she said, what about your wife? And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Yeah, her too. And then my mama shook her head and she leaned back in her recliner and she agreed. She shook her head, yes. Something is wrong with us. And then I gave my mama a hug and kiss on her cheek. And I said, I just needed that confirmation. And I was out the door. Y'all got it.
Here's what I want to say, man. Again, at the risk of sounding super misogynistic, I really only think that women on podcasts are for entertainment purposes only. Back in the day when they say that, women shouldn't minister or women shouldn't, preach. In the Bible, it said that in the Bible, like women shouldn't, they shouldn't preach, right? They shouldn't minister. They shouldn't pastor because they're not natural leaders. And because of that, they don't understand the dynamics of leadership, which is why they shouldn't do it. Right. So with that being said, her being on this interview, talking what she's talking, what she doesn't understand is is the role that men play in all of this shit that she's talking about. Because a woman wouldn't be, according to it's even in the title, attractive isn't enough. Why men with game walk away from most women. Truth be told, a lot of the women shouldn't even, like, OnlyFans should not even exist, truthfully. If men was on code as we should be, if men was focused as we should be, OnlyFans wouldn't be making so much fucking money. All those women who she's talking about, who's easy, who's living an easy life, should not be having such an easy life. But the only reason why they're having such an easy life is because there are simp ass dudes ready to pay to make their lives easy so they can get access to their vagina. And you have to understand this. The only reason why a woman sees that as a possibility is because these men created the fucking possibility. I keep telling y'all motherfuckers, women don't like yachts. Men like yachts, and they chill on the man's yacht. Women don't like sports cars. Men like sports cars, so they like driving around with the man in his sports car. Women don't like nothing. Women just looking to survive and to have kids. That's all women are really looking for at the end of the day. It is us men who have put all of these thoughts and ideas into their minds. Who the fuck do y'all think created gold diggers? Who the fuck do y'all think created hypergamy? Who the fuck do y'all think created OnlyFans and the women to get on OnlyFans?
Who created prostitutes?
Who created
prostitutes? Wouldn't exist unless men were willing to pay.
Exactly.
Cause and effect. Cause and effect.
So when she says this type of shit, God bless her fucking heart. I know she thinks she's saying something. You're not saying anything. You're not saying anything. Women live their life on easy mode. Like I said, a woman's life has always been on easy mode as long as there are men there. And it's the men who put them in this fucking position. It's the men who created all these opportunities for a woman to survive just on her looks alone, because there's stupid fucking men out there that actually thinks a woman's looks has value. Unique 79 member for 22 months. Shout out to him. He says men with game focus on quality over quantity, and that quality will be small in numbers. Many women are too set in their ways to follow a man who is dominant. The small numbers benefit in the long run.
Yeah, and that's the case with the on the Real Game Theory show. You hear a lot, like Zach says his famous thing that you got to share us.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
Which saying that the numbers are low of the individuals that think like us. This is proof that it's low, because there's so many women that believe they can just get by on who they are, on what they got, and their looks. And that's it. And so when you got a guy that says, oh, you look real good. You look like my famous line is, hey, what's for dinner? Like, I see how good you look. I see what you look like. Do you cook? You know how to cook? No, I don't cook. Ooh, traction went down real low.
Real low,
like,
bitch.
Ooh, real low. You know, they look like what? Like, yeah. It doesn't matter. This look does not matter.
Yeah, you could never be my girl if you don't cook. Like, we're not.
It doesn't matter. And so sometimes some of these dudes, some of these weak-minded dudes, and I see them in their little comments because they swear they can judge a man and how he runs his household by what his woman looks like. And they'll look at that guy and be like, oh man, his woman, she ain't really all that attractive. Look at her. Oh, this is a weak dude. He ain't got no game. But he don't know what type of woman that woman is under the tutelage of the guy that she has and what she does for him. And you think she's doing it because of her looks, like she can't get anybody better. But yet we have an example of a guy that chooses a woman that looks a certain way, but yet when her confidence, her looks didn't change, just her confidence changed. She realized, I ain't with the guy. I'm not with the guy. So I move on. So it really ain't about the looks. The looks is just a physical thing that you're attracted to, but there's so much more after that.
Bait,
and you guys ignore it and ignore it and ignore it and ignore it. I used to have this one I dated. My boys is like, man, I don't know, man. She ain't all that attracted to me. Right? She like, okay, well, you ain't the one messing with her.
Right.
I am.
Right.
And I find her to be attractive.
That's it.
Oh, you don't. I said, man, y'all don't even know that body underneath that clothes, them sweatsuits is ridiculous.
Hey, Jay Roman, they don't know nothing about chicks. When you get them naked, you be like, girl, you been hiding all that for me.
Yeah, hey.
Right.
She used to wear Timbos.
Yo,
I know they used to charge me so bad. Bro. Yeah, they was hot. I said, it's ridiculous. And the face is cute. Like, y'all can't get over the Timbos she wearing, because she did. She used to rock Timbo shoes all the time, which I never really understood.
I like that New York B girl look, dog. I like
Timberland boots. I'm sorry, brother. A woman, you should have one pair, not four. Okay,
no. All she rock is Timberlands. No, I can't.
Yeah, she would rock Timberlands, match the colors, bro.
I gotta have some dinkiness.
She would match the colors, man.
She matched the colors.
She matched the colors.
DMX? She like the male version of DMX and shit.
But anyway, them Timbos and sweats come off, and you be like, oh, all right. But either way, it ain't for another man to judge what another man is connecting with or have next to them, and to deem it, oh, that's the type of game he got, because it's really superficial and there's more to about it, that connection. So.
Yeah. And Miles, when you're ready to jump to that other video, I think we're done with the video and shit. I think.
All right, cool. All right,
So, guys, real quick,
okay.
If you have a question, put a Q in the chat, followed by your question. We do have some questions. I see them. We gonna get to them. Also, the call-in line is open though. 1-844-672-7300.
Yeah, call-in
line.
lines.
Guys, this next video, she goes in. But again, this is not about women. This is about what Miles said earlier. Let's go back to what he said, because this is important. Okay. Essentially, he was talking about cause and effect, which is the relationship between two things when one thing makes something else happen. So the reason why the first video even exists for that woman to talk about other women is because of the things that men allow. What she's talking about is the same thing. The problem with you guys, real quick, okay, and I've been saying this about the women that you deal with. Most women you encounter, not only are they not dateable, but you shouldn't be around them non-sexually. Like, you shouldn't be communicating with them. You should, because I don't think guys understand the importance of personalities. A lot of these chicks have horrible personalities, and the reason why they have horrible personalities is because men have never brought them to task. Most guys they encounter have never said, bitch, it's standards and boundaries over here.
Right?
I can't even give you this dick if you don't move a certain way.
Yeah.
But in this video, I like this video, but Miles' point, you can't really take what women say seriously, because when women start to separate themselves from other women, you look at them like, not so fast. Let me be the judge of that. Y'all got it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. The only time a woman makes sense is if she's like, if she had a father or some man. Most of the time when women are making sense is because they got a man in their life that's lacing them with game, and then they really listen to the shit. Honestly, and even then it's like, well, I'm really just listening to the man in your life. So why do women need to talk? Like let me stop.
You know what, Miles? And that's some real shit. And I'm gonna go ahead and second that. And I'm gonna etch that in stone. When you listen to women talk about relationships and dating dynamics and sex, women that make the most sense, I promise you, to Miles' point, they either got a boyfriend, a husband, a fiance, a father, a man or multiple men who are strong men. Right. And they learn from them men. They have standards based on those men. It's not to say they don't have women in their lives, but they have strong men in their lives. Promise you they do. Okay, Miles, you got it.
Why are they even talking?
Let's go.
I watched that show. The lady went to get loud. He was like, hold on. You should not be heard more than a whisper.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
A lot of beautiful women in the DMV. There are. There's like an abundance. They also look good on paper. You know, good job. They educated, but some of them are just losers. They have loser personalities. They're goofy. They're weird bitches. Every bitch that look good and got a good job is not a real bitch. Some bitches are just weird. Some bitches are dumb. Some bitches are goofy. Some bitches are losers, and they do loser bitch shit.
Okay.
I don't know who
Okay,
it is.
you pause it real quick.
You know,
That shit's getting on my nerves. So she sounds real bitter, right? And it's not that she's wrong. When women talk, you always got to look at them like, to Miles' point, why are you talking? And why are you talking about that specifically, right?
Mhm.
So she sounds very upset, right? And I don't know the babe, you know what I'm saying? You know, she kind of cute. Shout out to my ladies on the DMV. Shout out to all my ladies from the DMV area. But my guess is she probably got cheated on by one of these goofy bitches talking about.
Exactly.
That's why she sound real bitter. Like, why are you cheating on me with that goofy bitch with a doctorate?
Exactly.
That go to yoga class. Like, that's how she sounds.
These very bitches she talking about. Yep.
Exactly. Go ahead, Miles. You got it, Phil.
All right. Let's get it. All right.
gotta worry about the looks. Bitches from around here look good. Got a degree. Got a good job. They work in tech. That's cool. Common sense, zero. Personality, stupid. Okay. Decision making, F. Okay. And they're losers and they're goofies. Okay. Just avoid them.
All right. That's...
Okay. And guys, again, this is not about disparaging women. Let's look at the title. Attractive isn't enough. Why men with game walk away from most women. So when we say most women, we understand that not all women we encounter fit what these women are talking about, right? And real quick, it's not that we don't run into quote unquote goofy women. We do, right? We just don't fuck with them, Miles and Jay Roman. We don't fuck with them. So we tell you guys, only fuck with chicks that move in accordance with your masculine identity. Shout out to Miles.
Well,
only fuck with chicks. Go ahead, Jay Roman. Go ahead, you got it.
It's hard to tell a goofy woman when all you're worried about is her looks, because you're not even looking at that factor. You're not looking at the factor that even though you told her to go south, she's asking you which direction to go. Like, yo, I said go south. Like, okay, you're gonna hit the light and you're gonna take a left. Okay, that's south. All right, like, you know, like it's just there's certain things that we don't pay attention to, and I'm saying we just as these guys, because they're so enamored by the looks, the beauty. Oh, she might have this type of job or that type of whatever. I don't mind hearing this young lady speak about whatever, you know, about women. I think a lot of more guys need to understand that when you hear other women talk about other women, it gives you like a little window that I believe sometimes that you don't think if another woman is saying there's a lot of women that's goofy out here, well, you are not looking for those goofies, and you might be with a goofy. You might be with a bad attitude one. Because if their own gender is trying to say, hey, there are a lot of women out here that are some messed up, goofy, ridiculous women, but yet they still see that woman with those men. And they look at you like, man, you don't even know that girl dumb as rocks. Like, she look good as paper, but she's so goofy. She won't, you know, you're gonna have to tell her. And I know, well, I'll take that back. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced it, but I have experienced a very beautiful, attractive woman that I thought was dumb as rocks.
Mm-hmm.
It was very irritating, and so we had to go separate ways. Like, this is
Jay
ridiculous.
Roman. I was dealing with this chick, bro.
Yeah.
We were outside talking, and she looked at the ground and she said, "Oh, look, a spider with a tail." What? And I said, "Bitch, that's a scorpion."
Oh my! First of all, that's shit. That's that Texas shit right there. Like,
I swear to God, that's what she said. A spider with a tail.
A
spider. Bitch, that's a scorpion.
Golly.
And I said, "Yo, I can't fuck with this." So yeah, there are some women out there that are, you know, a little loopy.
Mm-hmm. Jay Roman, go ahead.
Let me say this real quick. Jay Roman, you got it.
Yeah, no, I was just making the point that when ladies talk about other ladies, sometimes, like, you know, take it for whatever. But however, I kind of listen up when another woman is looking over at the crowd and saying, "Hey, that one right there, she does some weird stuff, right?
Mm.
Like I remember this to this. Me and my fellas, we went and there was a group of girls and we was talking to them. And I was talking to the one, but she was always kind of peering, looking at the others. And so that irritated me. And I was like, hey, look.
Reckless eyeballing.
I'm like, look.
Yeah,
I don't know about other people you done been talking to. But, when I'm talking to you, I need some attentiveness, right? And she was just like, I'm sorry. It's just, your boy is talking to a girl. And she let me know she just got out the clinic.
Oh, Jesus.
She was burning, right?
Oh.
And she was shocked that this girl was actually giving my dude some play, because she knew that what was going on with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so now we both kind of looking like, I got to see how this plays out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I can tell my boy later on, like, hey, man, this is what I heard. Now, was she hating? I don't know what she hating. I don't know what her purpose was, why she was saying it. But at that moment, I took it.
Hey,
it was like it was an honest conversation.
Either way,
right?
Thank you. It doesn't matter what her reasoning was. Thank you.
So I had to tell my boy.
Information.
I had to tell my boy later on. Well, the thing is, I didn't have a lot of time because we all kind of split up. Like the crew when we go with a group, like we don't be worrying about each other after a time period, right? It's like, all right, homie, we out, And so next thing you know, I'm sitting there talking to her. And I'm like, well, here, let me call my boy real quick. And she's like, no, don't do that because she's gonna know I said something. And I was just like, well, you did say something, and I gotta warn my boy, like, So I'm hitting him on the phone.
I can't let him just ease up in that raw. What are we doing? I can't let
him but they went off and were tempted to do their thing, but he said he found out on his own.
Oh,
he said it didn't smell like he thought it would. So
smell a little ripe.
Back in the day, the dip test was a requirement. It wasn't just for pleasure.
You got to check that,
bro. It was hold on real quick. It was a requirement. It most definitely was, dog.
So
shit still is.
It most definitely was.
But all I'm saying is, like,
I know a lot of dudes
keep your mind open.
That didn't care though, bro.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't get those dudes, man.
Hey, bro, well,
I'm sorry. Before we go down that avenue, like, seriously, I did not get those dudes. I thought that, hey, when I found out you was a person that didn't care, we couldn't even be friends. Like, cause you think I'm gonna roll with the quality that you roll with? Like, that's horrible.
That's horrible. Yep.
So real quick, let's hop to this question real quick, gentlemen. So he says, wouldn't a woman who gets something for free from a man is still technically dependent on a man, like the OnlyFans and Cash App chicks? No, guys. OnlyFans, and they're not dependent on a man. They're just taking advantage of you guys' thirst. I want you guys to think about it. If someone said, yo, under that bridge, if you stand there with a sign all day, you can make a few $100s. He just taking advantage of people's generosity. It's not necessarily about being dependent on it, because there's other avenues to make money. So, and I'm glad you said dependent on a man, because a lot of guys who pay sex workers, that's how they like to look at it. Oh, she's dependent on his money. See, the reason why they like to look at it that way, because it gives them a sense of power. No, the fact that you even got to the money to give to the woman, to have access to the woman, means that sex has the power to you. I need you guys to understand that. If you're mainly motivated to acquire money so you can attract women, you have no power. You've already submitted to the beauty of a woman. Right. And the fucked up thing is, it's a woman you ain't even met yet. It's just beautiful women, period. You've already submitted to beauty. Y'all got it.
Crazy.
I respect sex workers because their imagination got to be on. They got to have. They need to start making movies or something, like change their career, because they have this big old dude be grunting on you, and they got to sit there and, man, y'all imagination has got to be on point or something.
Should I play the video again, or what are we doing with the video?
Yeah, let's get it. My bad. Let's get it.
A lot of beautiful women in the DMV. There are. There's like an abundance. They also look good on paper. Good jobs. They educated, but some of them are just losers. They have loser personalities. They're goofy. They're weird bitches. Every bitch that look good and got a good job is not a real bitch. Some bitches are just weird. Some bitches are dumb. Some bitches are goofy.
Okay, can you pause it? Can you pause it right there?
Yeah.
See, I don't order that. The fucking the little diatribe she on, it's too much. But I just want to pick out things that are important. So she's talking about women looking good on paper. This is something that I talked about, guys. A lot of guys, you look good on paper, meaning you go to church 2 or 3 times a week. You feed the homeless once a month. You have a great job. You came from a great family. You will make a loving, doting husband and father, but your personality leaves something to be desired and you have no sex appeal. A lot of guys look good on paper. There are a lot of women who look good on paper. See, a lot of women are starting to look at themselves like women look at some men, meaning, hey, I'm educated. I have a doctorate. I have an MBA. I have a business. I have this going on. So a lot of women think that those things make them more desirable. And no, they don't. Now, let me just say this. I'm not fucking with no broke chick. And I'm not fucking with no chick that don't have, some level of education, right? Meaning that she just has some intelligence beyond being book smart, but she also has common sense. The problem with a lot of you guys, you're intimidated by women who are entrepreneurs. You're intimidated by women who are pediatricians, engineers, whatever the fuck they are. And my thing is, they're just women. It doesn't matter how educated they are. They're just women, right? And as she's saying, women, they're goofy. And a lot of these chicks, they're goofy because what they're doing is, and this is the modern way that a lot of women date, unfortunately. Not all women, some. They begin to look at themselves and measure themselves up to men based on how much money they make, based on their level of education. And when women try and do that, men aren't attracted to that shit. So we're looking at that like, bitch, that ain't it. All right, but y'all got it.
I'll say this real quick. Like, and are we done with the video? Are we good? Because
I'm good because her voice matters.
Kind of holding up the screen. I know it's kind of holding up the screen and shit too. So we can stop. We can move that off. Yeah, I want to say this. Like, I always end up with a woman that has more credentials than me. You understand? I always end up with a woman that has more credentials than me. And that's the way I like it. You understand? For a long time, I've been in long-term relationships with women that made more money than me and all this stuff. But I was always the one teaching them something. I was always the one, dictating the budget. I was always the one telling them what to do with their money. I was always the one putting them on to game on financials and planning and budgeting and all that other shit. The woman I'm with now, she got a whole PhD. You understand? But a lot of the entrepreneurial stuff that that she's into now, like I've helped to guide her with with her journey and all that other shit. So, and the only reason why I bring all that up is for you guys to understand that when you know who you are, it's knowing, like, having a PhD in yourself beats a PhD from any college. You understand? Because when you know who you are and you put yourself in a certain position, you meet a woman. She could have a PhD from Harvard, but she's still not where she wants to be, and she's still going to look to you for guidance. And the only reason why you're going to be able to give her game to elevate her is because you have self-mastery, is because you know who you are. And knowing who you are is what drew her to you, what attracted her to you. You understand? So she's going to come at you for guidance. She's going to come at you for she's going to come to you for support. She's going to come to you for knowledge. She's going to come to you for confidence. And she can't get none of that shit from her fucking degree. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for emotional, and to your point, Miles, that degree cannot settle her emotions.
Not at all.
Only a consistent, secure, confident man. So here's the thing, and to your point, a woman educating herself in the institutions of higher learning doesn't necessarily prepare her to navigate life.
Nope.
Or relationship. Or herself. All right? Because all they, and this is for both men and women, when you get a degree, all you really learn about yourself is you can remember some shit long enough to pass a test.
Real talk.
Right.
So you have a good memory, nigga. Congratulations, right? Now, and I'm not shitting on degrees, right? Because Miles, I'm like you.
Not at all.
I attract women who are educated. MBAs, double degrees, double bachelors, masters, all that. I happen to attract women who do some shit, right? But to your point, a lot of times they're just as unaware as the bitch who work at McDonald's. They just make better money than her. They're just as unaware. A lot of times they just make better money, drive better cars, wear better looking clothes, eat at different places, can afford to travel. But a lot of times their mindset really isn't that much off, right? Or even their personalities. Yeah, go ahead, Jerome. You got it.
No, I'll tell you this, man. They've done studies where a lot of the things that would strict men in certain ages because of the stress they put on themselves and their bodies, a lot of women are starting to have those things too, heart attacks and strokes and stuff that was normally deemed things that were for men because just the way they
working too hard.
Now, I love a very smart and intelligent woman. In fact, sometimes I say, man, my woman's smarter than me book wise.
Yeah.
But that's only one aspect of life. And I tell you this, that as a man, it doesn't matter what the degree or on paper says, because it's about that personality and if she could listen to what is going on with you. And I think that's the calming aspect when you really talk to some of these educated women. They look and you say, hey, what does your guy do? Oh, he's in construction. You got a double bachelor's doing this and this. He's in construction. Oh, he does, I talked to somebody, he does carpeting, or something totally different, something that's not somebody would deem as a prestige job. Right. That somebody would say, some of these guys, well, you got to match, if she's a lawyer, man, you got to be a lawyer or something higher to show her you're smarter. And it's like, nah. But do you think that's the construction dude is coming home and being like, hey, I'll do all this for you because you're a lawyer? No, they're not doing that. And I could tell, by the way, because the way she talks with respect. Hey, yeah, I'll give you his card if you want some construction done. Yeah, a lot of times I help him out. I do this with him and da-da-da-da-da. And oh, you see this picture? This is us over here. We had such a great time. Like, they respect the man for who he is and not for what he does. And I think that when you really, really start to look at it, those guys that's chasing a certain spot in life to attract a certain type of woman, but then that woman, they'll be so mad when that woman gets with the mechanic. Like, oh, I did all this and you with the mechanic? Like, yeah, that mechanic spoke to her differently because it wasn't about everything that she got. It was about her, herself and stuff. So
see, and I'll say this too. Okay, let me add this to it. What a lot of people don't realize too, right, is that, again, knowledge itself, in my opinion, will always beat out book knowledge. But see, here's why. Book knowledge was written for the masses. Book knowledge was written for the general public. Book knowledge was written for the average man, for the average person. You get what I'm saying? Again, and this is why we do our best to even spit this game to y'all. This is why I do my best. This is why I created the Masculine Identity membership, because the whole point is to show you how valuable your individual and specific experience and knowledge is. That's the whole point, to show you how you make a difference in the perspective of all things. Because, again, your woman could sit there and study and have the PhD and have the summa cum laude and all that other shit. But all of that knowledge is general fucking knowledge. She's only going to truly learn something when she speaks to you. And when you tell her, OK, I see you got your degree. I see you got you making $100,000 a year plus. Let me tell you what to do with that money, though. Let me show you how to maneuver. Let me show you how to invest. Let's do this together. Let's do a venture together. Let's take that money and then get some real estate over here, and then take that money and flip it this way. And then let's do this and let's do. Bro, I know somebody personally, right? Who he was jobless and homeless, had to move in with his girl. And for a whole 2 years, the only thing he lived off his girl for 2 years. And but his girl to this day still thanks him because it was his money management skills that got them to where they went. Do you understand? Because he never knew how to manage her money the way that he knew how to manage money. And
Pause
so
that right there for me real quick.
there.
Just real quick.
Right
I want
there.
to make one point. For her to even say that means that she respected him prior to him even managing the money, because she had to recognize what he brought, even though he didn't have a job at the time.
Exactly, right there. And I'm glad you said that, because this is what guys think. The red pill, all these goofy guys, they think, oh, you have to have money for a woman to fuck with you that way, because they think money is the influencer. They think money is the great thing. No, the man. The man is the one who wields the power. When I say power, I don't mean power over the woman. I mean the power over himself to be the kind of man that a woman would want to submit to. So she submitted even though he didn't have a penny, because in her mind, she didn't say, this is my money. She said, this is our money, baby. This is our money, right? And this is what guys don't understand is when you deal with a chick, it's every penny coming into that house it goes into one pot. It doesn't matter if it's coming from her, me, the fucking dog, whoever, right? It goes into one pot. And to your point, Miles, I've been in situations with women where they made more than me, sometimes twice as much. But one thing about me is I never had debt, right? Because I didn't go to college, straight after high school. I went to the military. So I had the GI Bill and I had Pell Grants.
Okay.
But a lot of women I knew, them student loans, the student loans, when it's time to pay them bitches, it starts to kick your ass. And for any woman or guy, if you got 60, 70, 80, 90, $100,000 worth of college student loan, it's going to come. Bro, I know people that are paying $800, $1,200 a month just in student loan debt. Right? So, and that's why, and real talk, and that's another thing. And women, there's some women right now who are highly educated. This is why them bitches is on OnlyFans. This is why them bitches be looking for sponsors, because that's student loans. Look, this is something that's not talked about. It's kicking their ass. All these educated chicks, right? It's kicking their ass. I promise you, it's kicking their ass. And what happens is when they get a job, oftentimes that job doesn't match up with the money they spent for the degree. So if you spend $100,000 for an MBA, but you're only making 50, bruh, it's going to be a problem. In a couple of years when them student loans, when they come calling and say, now it's time to pay, if your money ain't right, you're going to be in debt. So, but imagine this. Imagine if you get a Lexus or a Benz or a high dollar car or an expensive place to live before the student loan debt comes. Now when it comes, you're fucked. And that's what happens to a lot of chicks and dudes. But y'all got it.
Facts. Guys, so y'all could go ahead and call in. The phone lines are open. Phone lines are open. 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300. I don't know if you want to get to the questions.
Yeah, we're gonna do that right now. Matter of fact, let me go grab this one right here. So he says, what's your thoughts on going on a date with a female and you pay for your own bill secretly in advance? What? And then leave her to.
How that even work? I don't even understand how that works.
Do you all have
I'm
fun
gonna read this aloud one more time. I want guys to understand how whack guys are. He says, what's your thoughts on going on a date with a female and you pay for your own bill secretly in advance with the waiter, cashier, and leave her to settle her bill when a female is dry with bad energy? So guys, this is what he's saying. Ask a woman out on a date, pay your bill in advance just in case you don't like her or you can't fuck, and then you leave her with her own tab. And come on, bro, what are we doing?
It sound like it sound like a setup. Like, why would I go through all that trouble just to set the bitch up? Like, that's kind of kind of crazy. I don't know.
Like, well, I'm offended, bro. I'm highly offended that he would ask us this as if we would co-sign this bullshit. I'm offended that I'm being asked this question. Like, what did you think I was gonna say? That shit, this shit is okay? Did you think I was gonna say that shit? No, this is not okay, bro. This is horrible. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, why you go? Yeah, go ahead, Jerome. My bad.
No, I'm just like, I ain't that much older than y'all, man. Y'all don't have fun no more when y'all go out. You're not sitting across from somebody you really want to sit across from the table with. It's like they're always running around. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Watch out. The sky is falling. You can't even enjoy your time and your day. And why would you pick somebody to go out to dinner with? First of all, I'll tell you straight up, fellas. I'll tell y'all straight up. If I'm asking you out to go out to dinner, I'm paying. That's the type of guy I am. Yeah. But I'm not paying for everybody, and everybody don't get a dinner.
Right.
It's the ones I deem that I want to sit across from, that I'm not going to make it a big deal to pay a check. And I know what's going to happen because we already talked about it and we're already at that level. So I'm not going out to eat with anybody to make it seem like we're cool. Like, oh, okay, I hope she judged this and says we're really cool. Like, nah, she think I'm cool already. She thinks I'm cool already. She's been through. We've had a good time already. I know who this is. When y'all take just any and everybody out, I guess this is the type of attitude you have in the back of the head. Like, man, if she turned out to be dry, I'm going to get her. I'm going to pay the bill secretively. I'm going to tell the waiter secretively. And I'm going to go to the concierge secretively and let them know, like, hey, I might be out if this chick don't do the things that I want her to do. Like, that's...
Yeah, but what kind of shit is this?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Go ahead, Miles.
Premeditated bitch assness. Premeditated bitch assness. Bro, how do you... And I just want, for the person that left this comment, I want you to understand why your bed stays cold and your dick stay dry. For you to even automatically presume or assume that you're going to have a bad date, why would you even think that? Why would you have that negative thought in your head?
Yep.
So I want to add something to it, to the commenter, to the chat user UH3, whatever. I want to add something to it. What I think he's also meaning is that I don't know if he pays it fully in advance. I think it's a type of situation where he might, catch the waiter's eye contact, or maybe on his way back from the bathroom, he might see the waiter and then pay his part of the bill or something like that, like while on the date. Yeah. But in any case, I think that's bad planning on your part. See, personally, this is why I don't do dinner for first dates, because if she is dry, if we don't have any compatibility or chemistry, then by the end of the first drink, I'm good. And we can end the date right there. That's why I do drinks. That's why I do very simple dates, drinks, coffee, glass of wine, shit like that. You understand? So I only put myself in position to be obligated or committed to you for one fucking drink. Do you understand? And again, so if you put yourself in this type of situation where you feel like you got to pay your bill secretly to set her up to have her own bill because you don't like her and all this other shit, number one, I think you're moving into the, like you said, J. Roman, do y'all niggas even have fun anymore on dating when y'all dating? Like, I think you're dating in bad faith. That's number one. Number two, why do you want to set somebody up, bro? Like, another thing we have to understand about dating is that, look, karma gonna get you. And what I mean by that is you're better off stepping in good faith and treating people how you want to be treated. The golden rule, right? That old adage of the golden rule. Treat people how you want to be treated. Like, if you meet somebody and they're not compatible with you, would you like them to set you up and stick you with the bill? Or would you rather all the cards be on the table and we move with a little bit of courteousness, a little bit of thoughtfulness? Because, another thing you want to realize about dating, and, we talk about this all the time about like texting a woman and telling her, hey, please let me know that you got home safe, things like that, is because a lot of things can happen between when a woman departs from you and the next morning. You understand? Right. And there's a lot of vindictive females out there that if you want to set her up with the bill and the waiter, you want to set her up with the waitress cashier bill, but she could set you up in a whole nother way. Right? Because of the way you move in, and because of, there are women out there like evil feminist type women that are purposely, giving niggas STIs and shit. There are people who are setting niggas up, keying their car, dragging them on social media, dragging them on the T app and all this stuff. You got to be careful out there, man.
To your point. Okay, to your point, Miles. And let me, as a man, why would you want to complicate your dating life by bringing bad energy to women?
Facts.
Like, because you're inviting bad energy. So my thing is this. So let's unpack what he's talking about, right? So already he's planning a date with a female he thinks might not like him or that he might end up not liking.
Mhm.
So why are you even going out on a date with a woman where the energy wasn't good to begin with? Okay, that's one. Two, it's almost as if you have this expectation that the date should go in a certain way simply because you're paying. Guys, the date is not going to go favorably because money was spent. The
Right.
date is going to go favorably because the woman you invited out on a date is actually attracted to you. Okay,
Right.
that's when it's going to go favorably. So my thing to all you guys, instead of
And you-
doing goofy shit,
Mhm.
how about you do this? Okay, and I'm not for guys who do online dating. I'm not talking about y'all, right? I'm talking about strictly meeting women face to face, where you guys exchange contact information and then you set up a date. I'm only talking about y'all. Why not flirt the very first conversation you have, and then if she is receptive to the flirting and she's with it, then offer the date. And if she says, sure, I would love to go, then give her the number. So that way you increase the likelihood that whatever you want to do happens. It doesn't guarantee that it's going to happen, but the way you're going about it, this is what y'all do. Because he said, let's go back to the last part. He said dry with bad energy. When you met her, you were dry with bad energy. How do you know you were dry with bad energy?
Yeah.
What? Because why are you offering a dinner date to a woman that you don't know for a fact that wants to fuck you? Because if you knew if she wanted to fuck you, would you even be offering a dinner date to begin with? Just saying.
I'm
if
good
you want
company.
sex, yeah, regardless. Real quick, let me say
Yeah,
this.
I'm good company altogether. Oh, go ahead.
No, real quick. Guys, if all you're motivated is mainly sex, just tell women that. Save yourself some time and money for you cheap motherfuckers that want to secretly pay waiters and shit. You know, this nigga want to secretly pay like $30, like
that's
y'all
the part.
spending a real check up in the place and shit. Stop playing. Y'all got it.
Yeah, that's the part that got me, was the secretly in advance. Like you, a preemptive strike. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So now if the date goes good, are you gonna take her bill and be like, here, just add this to the one I already paid?
Right.
You know, like this is you're doing this prior to, but I'm good company. So I have great dates, no matter if they with somebody there or not. But I'll tell you this, my partner calls me up and says, hey man, I got this double date thing for us, man. You want to roll? I was like, yeah. Mainly he said that because he didn't have a vehicle and he wanted me to drive. But it's all right. Here we go. So we picked these two young.
At least you know when you're being used. If I know I'm being used, and if I co-sign it, is a difference. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's do this. Let's roll.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
So we roll out, pick the young ladies up, and we hang out for a hot little second, and then of course, somebody's hungry. Oh. My boy's like, all right, let's go down to it's like a local Denny's here. It wasn't named Denny's, but everybody know Denny's. I know we're all from different regions, but basically, one of those small little after hours places serve breakfast food and stuff like that. So not a very expensive place or anything like that, but
diner,
a little diner, Eppie's, Denny's, whatever. So we go there, we sit down. The waitress sits us down. We sit down. We're eating. We order food. Now, one of them gets up and goes to the bathroom. She in there for a long time. Don't come back. So the next one gets up, says she's going to the bathroom, and she's over there for a long time. And don't come back. Well, my partner gets up, he goes to the bathroom, he comes back and goes, oh, they sitting over there talking to these other dudes at the table.
Oh my God.
Right? He's like, what, man? What do you want to do, man? I'm about to go over there. I'm like, dude, I ain't going over there. I'm about to eat because I remember, man, I don't know if you remember the nice little chuck hams they have with the bone inside with the eggs and the ham. I ordered one of those, right? So, and it came and it was all crispy on the outside. It was nice. So I was like, Look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish my meal.
I'm about to eat.
I'm about to eat. I'm about to finish my meal. I think I was the one that was hungry. But either way, so I finished the meal. My boy finishes his meal. The waitress comes and she goes, "Oh, there was 2 other people here. You know, you want me to bring out their food or whatever?" Because she asked us, "Hey, everybody's not here. Do you want me to bring the food out or yeah, bring mine's out. Bring mine's out." So we ate. Got up, went to the front where you pay. We paid for our meal, and we left. Now, it just so happened my car was in front of the window where they were at, and they hop up, right? They hop up like, "Oh,
that's
like,
all right."
you know, what? But I'm in motion. I ain't feeling bad about nothing. I ain't, you know, that ain't nothing to me. In motion, I roll on. We get the phone call. "Hey, that was our cousin, or that was whatever, or that was, you know, whoever." And like it don't matter. It's bad date etiquette, right? Like, you know, I don't care who it was. Could have been your mom over there. It's just bad date etiquette, right? So, you know, of course, my boy is like, "Hey, man, fuck them girls." You know, he was like, "Nah, man, we, you know, it's whatever. It's just we call this a Thursday. Like, you know, like there's 2 more days of this week. I'm about to go get it popping." And so I paid for my meal. I did not pay for the other plates. You know, my partner paid for his meal, and he did not pay for the other plate and left. That is the only time I ever had that situation and ever had to do this. And it wasn't a secretively in advance preemptive strike.
You know what it was there, Roman? It was like, not only are we not gonna pay for y'all shit, but we're gonna make it obvious, and we're gonna leave.
Yeah.
We're not. Here's the thing, because most guys would have wanted. Man, I'm gonna go over there and check them bitches for what? Check them for what?
Yeah.
They are where they want to be. Lead them be and keep it pushing like y'all did. The way y'all handled it was the mature way to handle it. We're not even gonna say nothing to these chicks. We gonna eat, pay for our shit, and dip.
And I didn't eat fast. I didn't eat. You know, I just ate my meal. I remember because this place was good, man. They did the sunny side egg up, you know, where the yolk comes out, but everything else is cooked. And you know how you dip your ham in that and you eat it, and you know it was a good meal. You know.
Yo, this nigga reminiscing right. He reminiscing right now. But let's jump to the next
on the outside.
Miles, we good on.
Yeah, man, it was a good meal.
We good on phone calls right now, right?
Yeah, we good on phone calls, man. And you know, it's crazy, man, because I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate you saying that, Jay Roman, because that's what the next masculine identity Zoom call gonna be about. It's gonna be about the joy of your masculine identity. You understand? Like learning how to really fully enjoy your life, your choices, and everything about yourself. Like the way that you sat down and ate your meal and wasn't even worried about what them chicks was doing. That's really what it's all about. That's really what it's all about. A lot of guys think, you know, the opposite, where it's like you need the woman you need the female's presence to enjoy your life. It's like, bro, it's the opposite, man. Like you really got to learn how to enjoy your shit regardless. Like, you know, and that's really what it's all about.
And some people will say like,
I'm sorry.
Oh, where's the link to get the 30% off of the Miles?
There's no link. There's no link. Just if you go to the website, the 30% will come up. When you go to checkout, it'll show you it'll say discount, and it'll show you that it took the money off. It's already built in. There's no link. There's no code. It's automatically 30% off. I showed you guys that yesterday on the show. Lucario went to the channel and went to the checkout, and it showed the discount. The discount is automatic, guys. 33% for Black Friday. It's automatic. You don't need to do anything. You don't need no code. Let me see who this is. All right. We got 413. You're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. Name, age, city. How could we help you?
Hey, it's Trey calling from Connecticut.
All right, Trey from Connecticut. What's going on with you, bro?
I'm just chilling. How you guys doing today?
Chilling, man. How old are you again?
36.
36. All right. What's up? What's the question? What you got on your mind?
Yeah, I had a question. Actually, it's kind of been on my mind. Like I was watching the live show. I think it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Lucario's live show, but he was talking about like how actually it's more women that would be sexually attracted to you than physically attracted to you. And I was thinking, like, does that mean like it's kind of like it's almost kind of easier to get a woman more sexually attracted to you than it is to actually have her physically attracted to you?
Mm-hmm. So what's the question?
No, that was the question. Like, is that a true statement?
Well, you got to look at what sex is, right? All right, it's kind of like this. If I offered you some dry crackers to eat, right now, would you want them?
Nah.
Exactly. But if you haven't eaten in 4 or 5 days and I offered you some dry crackers, would you want them?
I'd probably give him a shot. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the whole thing. Sex itself is a human urge. You understand? It's a human need or it depending on the person, of course. But sex can be a human urge where it's like if the only man around is not her type, but she needs some dick. She will get it from that man. Do you understand that?
Okay, I got it.
So she might not be physically attracted to him. You understand? Because her physical attraction type is the 6 foot NBA whatever nigga with the 6-pack and blah 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 blah. But right now she needs sex. You understand that?
Real quick, and I've talked about this, and this is what guys don't understand about women. Women are no different than men in this regard.
Mm-hmm.
Women will fuck dudes who are just fuckable, just like men do. Just like when it comes to chicks, where you're like, this isn't the chick that I'm going to parade around in front of my family. I'm probably not going to fuck her more than a couple of times. But right now, in the moment, I'll fuck with it.
Dude.
Women do the same shit. Women do the exact same shit. This is why a lot of times you'll have sex with a chick and she won't hit you back. Bro, you know how many times I had sex with chicks and we never exchanged contact information prior to fucking, and we never exchanged contact information after. And right in that moment, it was just understood. It's gonna be one of them one and dones.
That's it. Yep, one night stands. Yeah, it'll call it. That's literally the reason for one night stands. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I've had that happen a couple of times. It was like, yeah, I didn't even get the information. I was just like, yeah, this is probably going to be it.
Yeah, you probably never see this person again, and you know it is what it is. So yeah, sex is different from physical attraction. So physical attraction just has more to do with like the arbitrary, what you like your type and all that other shit. But when we talk about sex, we're talking about a sexual urge. We're talking about like a human, like tendency to want to feel that feeling of sex. You get what I'm saying?
And I would go as far as to say this.
Question like is like oh no, go ahead.
No, I would go as far as to say this. And for any women listening, feel free to chime in. I would go, and I did a video years ago talking to one of my exes about this. For many women, when it comes to a man's visual look, they're only really focused on that if they're going to be with you for a long period of time, like in a relationship, because they got to see you all the time.
Right.
But when it comes to just sex, they don't got to see you all the time. So they're not as focused. And I've said this, and this is what one of my exes said. When it comes for the purposes of casual sex, I'm more focused on his body. When it comes for a long-term relationship, I might be more focused on the face, because that's the person I got to introduce my parents to. And then when we have kids, I want my kids to come out looking. So when it comes to how a man looks, women might focus more on that in other aspects of their dating lives. I'm just throwing that down.
Right. So
and for the moment, some of y'all come close enough.
So Carly, you say you had a follow-up?
Yeah, follow-up question is like what you guys kind of answered it, but like, yeah, so like if let's say you're out and about at the bars or whatever, and like you go up to a girl and you might not be her physical type, but like if you can like kind of like create that sexual tension or sexual attraction, you can probably have her say, oh, okay, actually, you know what, I will fuck. Like, can you not convince, but like, maybe you're not her typical type, but like if you have enough sexual attraction about her, I look at you like, oh, okay, you know what, I actually would fuck with him.
Caller, women have sex with men who are not their physical type all the time.
All the time?
All the time. Okay, let me explain what I mean. If you have a white chick who lives in California and her physical type are 6 foot plus, in shape, blonde haired surfer guys, that's her physical type. Now, in Southern California, they're everywhere, right? Them types is everywhere, right? Now, if she got a job to move to New Jersey, right? Do you think she's gonna run into those surfer types on a regular basis?
Nah.
But she's still gonna be fucking though, right?
Right.
That's my point. Y'all got it.
Yeah. So yeah, caller. So you good? You understand everything, or you understand what you needed to understand?
Yeah, no, that was good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the show. Thanks for calling in. All right. And all right, man. So guys, call in. The phone lines are open, 844-672-7300. And also to answer what's the name question again, the Cunningham Elements, the 33% sale, the Black Friday sale is automatic. All you got, the discount will automatically appear when you go to the checkout page. So, just get all your stuff together and you will get a 33% discount on everything. Hold on one second. 719, hold on one second. Shout out to William Kahn for the $10 super chat. He says, I spent more money tipping local servers than I do feeding a random bitch. Also, being treated like royalty by the server when you're on a date makes me more attractive than my slightly under 6'4" stature. Exactly. So yeah, that tipping is a big deal too. A lot of people gotta understand that, especially when you frequent a place often and that's the place you bring your dates to. You want to tip, you want to treat the waiters there nice so they treat you good, and you kind of look like you own the place. Like it's a beautiful thing. But 719, you are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Yo, what's happening, guys? This is Keyshawn. I'm 25 from Pueblo.
Okay. All right, what's on your mind, bro?
Bro, can you speak up a little bit? Can you speak up a little bit?
Speak up a little bit.
Like you sound like you're laying on your stomach or something, fam. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's way better. Yeah, do that. Keep doing that.
Hey,
that was on the
nobody can compete with the nigga. Real quick, hold on, Lakari. Hold on, I said Lakari. Nobody can compete with Lakari with his analogy. I don't even try. But go ahead.
All right, yeah, go ahead, caller. Yeah, what's your question, man? Wait, how old are you? You said 25. How old are you again?
25.
25. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. So I noticed I found you guys' advice, and I've been approaching so much more, way more than I'm used to.
Okay.
And I'm honestly proud of myself that I've been, putting in this much work, but sometimes I just have these thoughts in the back of my head and I get a little bit of anxiety about other people's opinions. Like I'll say something and then like I'll see somebody looking at me or something afterwards. And it's like, it kind of just lingers there. I still go through with it and I still do it. But I feel like sometimes when I'm talking, I feel like that energy kind of comes off to the woman a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it does come off to the woman.
I'm gonna try to get this shit out my head. Like I used to listen to a lot of that like red pill shit. Like,
caller, hold on, caller, calm down. Okay. How old are you again, brother?
25.
25.
Okay, so I want guys to understand something. The anxieties that you have come from self-esteem issues. It comes from being insecure. Understand, when you hear the word insecure, a lot of guys, they get defensive when they hear the word insecure. To be insecure literally means to worry about something. That means you're worried about something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're insecure about your money, that means you're worried about the fact that you're broke, right? So you have insecurity issues and low self-esteem issues that's impacting your energy. Like even on the call, I can tell that you're a little deficient in that regard. So when you say, yeah, I think women can kind of tell. No, women can definitely. And guys, y'all have to understand, because women are who they are, they're better at it. They're better at reading y'all than we are at reading y'all, because they deal with men on a different level than we heterosexual, so we ain't fucking with y'all like that. So because women do deal with men on that level, they can read you guys. The very first conversation you guys have, women already know what to do with you. The first conversation, y'all got it.
Let me get some clarification. Are you worried about somebody overhearing what you're saying to the woman?
That too sometimes, but it's like, like I just feel like other people, and I've seen people look at me afterwards, and it's just like, kind of like that, like nasty look or and shit. And I'm just like, like it's just annoying,
Okay.
not really annoying, but I just want to get to the point to where it's just, I don't even.
So you haven't built your I don't give a fuck attitude yet up. Do you have any of that? I don't give a fuck.
Caller, do you have any? Do you have any? I don't give a fuck. You have any of that?
Kind of.
No.
Like I know that
no.
So would you say kind of?
No, that means no. Men don't say.
Hey man, like I get it. I get it. Now you do have to understand the difference between approaching people and having good timing approaching people. Right? Like,
okay.
Like if I'm at it, I don't approach a lot of times. That's a lot. I approach a lot of time. Let me see. I'm okay. So you might not be good at approaching women in a group, right? So you might start approaching women in a group, maybe at a bar setting or a club setting, because they're there for a certain reason. It's entertainment, it's to go out. So it might be a little easier compared to approaching a group of women standing in line for something else. Right? So whichever one you deem to be easier, that's the one you do until you get it under practice. What I'm hearing from you is you're too busy worried about what you say. Is she going to judge what you say? And if anybody is hearing it, what you're saying.
Well, I mean, it's other people, like just like
other people,
because it's just like.
Let me ask you a direct question.
She's here to get food. She's not here to talk to you. Like shit like that.
Okay, so you're not worried about what the person you're approaching. You're not worried about her.
No, it's just the public eye.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. It's very crass. Somebody had to tell me one day, and I enjoyed it, and I keep repeating it. All right. What you fuck don't make me come.
Real talk.
You understand that? And it's vice versa to anybody else. So the person that's saying, "Hey man, she's getting something to eat," cool. Okay. But your conversation is with her, and it's what she says that matters. And really, it's really what you say that matters. You understand what I'm saying? Now, everybody is going to comment on what you're doing at a certain period of time. It don't matter who it is. Your boys will be like, "Man, why are you talking to her?" The waiter, and man, she's just trying to get some food. But none of that matters, because at the same moment you walk away, he's going to do the same thing. Sometimes you'd be surprised why people are doing something.
Yeah, and let me add this real quick. See, y'all be having these. I never had anything like that happen. I never had anyone try to check me for talking to a bitch like that. Never. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
And maybe, caller, look, maybe you have a face only a bully can love. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just look bullyable. You know what I'm saying? Like you just look like a nigga that could be bullied. I don't know, caller. I'm not trying to clown you, but I'm just saying I've never had. Because I wish the nigga would try and tell me she's trying to get some food. Now, here's the thing. To Jay Roman's point, you don't say anything to the guy. You just keep dealing with the chick. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just, to me, I wish the motherfucker would say something to me. But my point is this, caller. When I talk to women, motherfuckers need to hear me. They might learn something. They need to hear me. Take out your phone and record this, nigga. You might want to hear this. This might help you in your endeavors later. So the reason why you're worried about people listening to you is because you think you say corny shit.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, caller.
Yeah.
Would you care if people heard you if you got the girl?
No, but it's just.
See, no. See, that's it right there. That's it right there. That's a
deception.
It ain't them. That's a deception. It ain't them. It's you. It's you, bro. So it's all about your confidence. It ain't about nothing else. Because like you said, if you was able to go over there, whisper in the girl's ear, and for her to like fall all over you and start hugging up on you and kissing on you, you wouldn't give a fuck what people thought around you. You understand? But it's because you are outcome dependent and you are letting your self-esteem be dictated by your success with women. That is your mistake.
Mm-hmm.
You probably need to come over to the Masculine Identity membership and learn the value of your actual masculine presence and realize that who you are and who you are as a man, especially, is not contingent on if you get the girl or not. That's your real problem.
I'll tell you this too.
Go ahead, Jerome.
That because of your insecurity and them observing you, you automatically take their look to be negative.
Right.
They could be just looking and seeing a dude get at this female that they wanted to get at.
Exactly.
They could just be looking and be like, all right, brother, go on and get that.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to holler myself. Or they could have been sitting there wanting to do the same thing you're doing, but didn't have the nerves to actually go up and do it.
Exactly.
Because I'll tell you the truth. I just don't know too many guys that are like me that stare at other men getting at women. Like if I see Zach talking to a woman, I'm not sitting there playing cameraman and focused on him getting at a woman.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Like, in fact, I'm walking on and I expect him to catch up if we were with somewhere together.
There you go.
So
add something. When I grew up, I did have a lot of negative interactions with people. And I think maybe I could be misinterpreting just their looks for just instant negativity.
Of course you are.
Because you are. You are.
Yeah.
See,
you're insecure.
Caller, real quick. This is what y'all don't understand. How you present yourself when you go out in public is directly correlated to how you're received by the public. Okay. How you present yourself in public is directly correlated to how you're received by the public. This is what I mean by that. I'll never forget, there was this young girl that worked at Walgreens. She was like a little greeter. Not Walmart, Walgreens, right? She was super chipper, super happy, and literally the mood of the people around her changed because she was so fucking chipper and so fucking happy that people's spirits were people bouncing with the carts because of this one little fucking girl. Hi, welcome to Walgreens. I hope your shopping night is wonderful. I'm here for your, you know what I'm saying? So my point is, you're projecting your negativity on other people without realizing it.
So caller, do you understand what's going on?
Yeah, man.
So all right, you say you're 25 years old, right?
Yeah.
What would your life look like if everything was on the up and up? Like, tell me what your life would look like if everything went your way?
I'll be fucking rich and out of this country.
You'd be rich and out of this country. What country would you be in? What country would you be in, sir?
I don't even know. Somewhere.
See, no. That's a problem. That's
my own island.
No. That's a problem. You want your own island?
Away from everybody? That's weird.
I mean,
okay, so we went from you having anxiety talking to bitches to you wanting to be a man on your own island, rich as fuck. What? Okay, I'm gonna ask you the question again, and I want you to give me a realistic answer because you're not doing that right now. So I'm gonna ask you again. If you could, shout out to Kevin Samuels, right? If you could take the infinity gauntlet and you could snap and do exactly what you wanted, and make your life exactly how you wanted it to be, what would your life look like?
I would have a house with a woman and 2 kids.
You would have a house and a woman. So you a family man?
I would like that, yeah. I'm not.
So you so you a family man. Now, okay, so see, here's what you need to do. Here's what you need to do. In order to become a family man, you need to understand that there are a lot of things you need to learn. You understand? And we can't really do that for you on this call here. You understand? Because for you to become a family man, you need to have a certain level of confidence, because you're gonna have to give game to your woman, and you're gonna have to give game to your children. You, and not only give game to them, but you're gonna have to give them game through discipline, through influence, through authority, through protection, through provision and resources. So since you said you wanted to be rich, let me ask you this question: what is your career and your livelihood situation look like? Is it where you want it to be?
I am happy with it right now.
You're happy with it. So can it afford you a house? No, brother. Let me do this. You said you're happy with it. Okay, you're happy with it. That means you're satisfied. Can it afford you a house and the amount of money to take care of a wife and 2 kids?
Yes.
It can.
Yes.
Okay, so how come you ain't bought a house yet?
Well, I'm saving.
Wait, no. Miles just asked you, do you have the money now? What you saving for?
Oh, well, no, not now. But
caller. So look. This is an exercise for you to understand your reality, meaning to understand exactly where you are now. And then once we understand where we are now, we understand what we need to do to get to where we want to be, to get that ability to snap our Thanos gauntlet and make the shit happen. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to work a little bit harder on getting the money right. And I'm gonna need you to work a little bit harder to get the confidence right. And the only way to get the confidence right in your situation is to keep going. You gotta keep hollering at bitches, and you gotta keep letting them reject you, and you gotta keep letting the other people shit on you and look at you with dirty looks until you learn how to see past all that shit and stop being a pussy. And I don't mean that to insult you, but at some point, you're going to have to stop being a pussy. At some point, you're going to have to stop being scared. At some point, you're going to have to realize that it's going to require a certain level of confidence for you to get to the level of being a family man. Because I need you to understand something, guys. A lot of y'all think that getting rejected by a woman in public or any of those things is the worst fucking thing that can happen to you. But you don't understand that getting rejected is actually what builds your experience points. So you can become a family man. So you can be the man that your family needs you to be. How the fuck you think you're going to develop the strong, tough skin that you need to develop in order to face the world so you can feed your family? That's what a lot of you guys don't understand. All of these things that you're going through is training.
Look, real quick. The worst thing that happened to me was my Yankees didn't make it to the goddamn World Series. The second worst thing that's happening to me is my Hurricanes might not make it to the 12-team playoff. This has been a fucked up last part of 2025. I can't wait for the fucking year to be over, 2026, because my sports teams are not doing what they need to do. Right. So while y'all worried about bitches, I'm worried about my sports teams. Right. I'm more focused on that because I'm very emotional about that shit. Now,
right.
Caller, go ahead, fam.
Now, I just, for a guy that wants a family, okay, that fuck it gene, you really gotta have.
You need it, bro.
Because if not, everybody, your wife, you talk about getting rejected by somebody. Hey, wait till she rejects your word or what you're saying because you ain't got the fuck it gene.
Ooh.
All right. So, caller, you still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. So it's funny how sometimes we call for one thing, but you get what you really need. Right. And the thing is that if you're focused, there's some things you've done for yourself that I understand. You say you got a job right now that you're satisfied. And I hear you. I speak lame sometimes. What you're saying is you got a job that if you save up can get the things that you want. Right. And so you're pretty satisfied with that job. And I'm happy for you because, you know, some people got jobs that won't allow them to even save. They're so check to check that they're deficient in their check. So I understand that. So I'm, you know, good thing about your job. But when you have a family and mouths to feed and daycares and homes and you get one home, you get another home, like that cost, it is a vast cost. So, you know, if you could move up, if you continue to strive in your field, do so. And you want to do so now for yourself, because this is your house, your plan that you're building, your life.
Yeah.
See, the messed up thing about it is, I'm gonna tell you why I believe a lot of those red pill people and blue pill people are older, and they've been you know, adopting you younger folks, because you guys haven't even gone through it. The thing is, they got to a certain age in life and they realized that all their mistakes was theirs, that the house they were trying to build was not successful. And it's because they let too much of the attitude of the ladies and creep into them, where they're not successful. And then they've tried to find somebody to blame instead of themselves. As a man, I can map out every step I took or didn't take to be where I'm at.
Right.
I designed this life I live, good or bad.
Real talk.
And sometimes when it's good, people be like, yeah, I designed my life. I'm living all good. I'm living all great. But when it's bad, man, it ain't my fault. It's this chick's fault I done got.
They take credit when it's good, but they blame others when it's bad.
Right. So I applaud you on knowing you want to build a certain life already. Right. I applaud you on that. You say, hey, I want a family. I want 2 kids. I want to, you know, cool. If that's what you really want, I applaud that. But you need to work for it, because as men, we work for what we want and what we build. And I really think you need to get with one of these individuals. And the reason why is because you said you wanted to be married. And if you don't think you need game when you married,
a better question.
I'll tell you right now, you ain't got it now. You need to get it.
Facts.
Caller, let me ask you a question. A better question is this: why do you want to be married and have a family? What's the reason?
I would like to have, my main thing is I do want kids. I want children. But
why?
I mean, the whole thing with marriage.
Why do you want it? Why?
I want my legacy to live on.
Why? Come on, man. These guys, look, real quick before you continue. Hold on, caller. Hold on. I want everyone to think. Listen, and J. Roman, you said it. Everyone is influenced to a certain degree. A lot of you guys, you're influenced to believe the last part of your journey is marriage and a family. Like there's a lot of shit I gotta accomplish, but on my way to the end, there's one box I gotta check. I gotta get me a wife and some kids. And my question is, why? Right? Because when you start to say, now I want guys to think about this. Okay, let's take the kids out of it for a moment. Let's take the kids out of it. You're talking about taking a woman and cohabitating with a woman, living together, sharing shit together. Why do you want that? Why?
No, it's ultimately, I really only want kids. That's my thing, because I'm planning on doing a lot of big things in my life, and I want my legacy.
Okay, caller. This is what I need you to do, fam. I think when we get done with this call, I need you to think about, to really, really dig deep and think about why you want the things that you want. Because at first you said a wife. Now you're saying, fuck the woman, I just want the kids. So if you're discarding a woman and you just want the kids, what you're saying is you're okay with your kids either growing up in a separate household from you, or you're going to try to get custody, and you're not interested in the nuclear family. So now the second question is, why do you want it that way? Why do you want it that way?
I would love to find. I would love to find a woman that can be a good mother, and we can both raise our children
you
together.
keep flip-flopping. You didn't flip-flop 4 times and shit.
Call it. This is
But
see,
I'm
no.
Who knows? She
Caller. This is your entire issue right here. I hope you're paying attention. This is the entire issue. You don't know who you are. This is why you get so influenced, and you don't even know if people are exactly commenting on your situation when you holler at women. You just look at the face and create all of these different things in your own mind about how much they might be hating on you or whatever. Why? Because you are unsure of yourself. Your masculine identity is floundering. Every time we give you a little bit of game and information, you flip back and forth. Your story changes. That's not a man, bro. And I'm not saying that to discredit you or to make you feel bad. I'm trying to show you that if you can't lock in on your own identity, then how can, okay, even in this situation where we're trying to give you game and information, how can I serve you? How can I help you? Right? It's like when if you go up and you ask somebody for directions, right? You need to at least know the address before they can give you directions. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Every time we say something to you, the address that you're trying to head towards changes. First we was just trying to holler at bitches and get over anxiety. Then we were rich and on an island by ourselves. Then we was a family man. Now we just want to get kids through surrogacy. And now we're trying to find a woman who has a good heart and who could help be the mother of your kids. That's 6 different fucking identities since we've been talking, homie. 6. So again, I need you to understand how important it is for you to lock in on what you're focused on. Because even if you had the infinity gauntlet and you could snap your fingers, you would still be cycling through at least 6 different fucking scenarios before you can make up your mind. That's what we're trying to explain to you, bro.
So, caller, real quick, and I'll pass it to you, caller, real quick. This is what you have to understand. You have certain traits that make you largely unattractive to most of the women you encounter. And I'm going to tell you what they are real quick. 1, you're insecure. 2, you have low self-esteem. 3, you lack self-assurance. 4, you're too worried about other people's opinion of you. Also, you're very passive and you're very indecisive. You don't know what you want. You don't live your life with any sense of purpose or true intent. You have no real goal, right? This is what I see. This is what I see when I listen to you talk. A guy who wants to be sociable, a guy who wants to be liked, a guy who wants to be accepted, but he's too scared that people are going to make fun of him in his quest to do so. That's what I see. Y'all got it.
Right.
And let me just say this, caller. First caller, did you have anything to say to what Zag and Miles just said?
That it's true. You know, I was bullied when I was young.
Okay, so
and it sticks with me.
Man, you man.
So when I said you were bullyable, that was some real shit. My bad, fam.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was traumatic and shit. My bad.
Yeah, but that's one of my pet peeves with people and individuals, man. Once you become of age where you know how something came about, it is the time to change on that. And that's what I think. Everybody always goes to this psychoanalysis world where they like, oh, my mom used to say shut up every time I talk, and so that's why I don't speak no more. Like as soon as you come and say it out of your mouth and you know why it caused, then you have the right to change it. You don't have to keep saying it. This is why I feel a certain way, or this is why I do a certain way. If you know why, every time I step on a slippery surface, I fall. Well, guess what? Stop stepping on the slippery surface. Do something different. So my thing is like, come on, people. But that's not what I was going to say until you said that. You know, like, hey, man, I'm sorry you was bullied, but, you know, get over it. It's time to start stepping in a better light because you know what was the cause and effect. So move on from it. So, but either way, I'm also tired of these individuals talking about they just want kids without the mother. The most important thing you could do for your kids is to choose the right mother. Man, you guys act like if the mother is a non-effect, like, oh, I just need somebody to birth these kids and then they can go on their way. Like, man, you guys have to start to understand. Stop recycling what other people say and make it sound, man, can you imagine just having some kids and not even have to deal with the mother?
Was Jay Roman?
That's no, a mother is important to their kids.
Very important. You're right.
So the best thing you can do is choose a great mother for the kids.
Well, let me add this. And this is important. the reason why a lot of you guys are fucked up, women and men, a lot of y'all are really fucked up out here. It's because you didn't have that balance. You didn't have that man and that woman. Now, and I'm not saying y'all got to be under the same roof, because you can have kids that grow up mostly living with their mother, but spend time with their father, and they are well adjusted. And the reason why these kids are well adjusted is because they have a father in their life who has structure. To your point, Jay Roman, when you choose the right women, even when the relationship or marriage doesn't work out, your lessons are still with the woman. They're still with the kids. The residue of you is still there, right? Because a lot of guys think when a relationship ends that it all goes south and the women don't respect you. No, you chose the wrong woman to have kids with. That's why that's happening to you. But when you choose the right chick, even when the relationship is over, she still respects you as a man and the father of her child or children, right? So a lot of times when we tell you guys, when we talk about the vetting process, shout out to Miles and LaCaria for that. Masculine identity, shout out to Miles. When you very first meet women, how you move can literally set the stage for what will happen to you if y'all get into a relationship and it don't work out. It will tell you and show you what will happen and what kind of woman she will be to you. The beginning, how you got her, why she's there. You said what?
So you're saying these relationships that end up, ending badly, it's partially the man's fault, if not all the man's fault that it ended.
It's all the man's fault. It's 100. No, 100%. 100% the man. Let me break down to you why, and I'm gonna pass it to the fellas. I'm gonna be brief. Yeah. Let me tell you why it's always 100% the man's fault when a divorce happens, breakup, whatever the fuck it is. Let me tell you why. Either you had the right woman and you fucked it up because of your inconsistencies, or you had the wrong woman to begin with and you never should have got with her. Now you're paying a price for choosing the wrong one. Either way, y'all got it.
Hey, let that sink in,
real quick.
caller. I don't
Shout out to
want to say
Renee
that
P with the 50.
Yeah, shout out to Renee P.
Okay, my bad, real quick. With the 50, much love to Carrie, Miles, and Jay. Have a blessed Saturday to the game, Miles and chats. P.S. Don't forget to thumbs up, sub, join the membership, and donate to the panel for their hard work and spending to give you info on the game. Shout out to Renee P. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Renee P. One of the best minds in the business. All right.
I know the callers on the phone line and things are going by fast, but I kind of want you to kind of just think about what Zag said, right? Because a lot of guys suffer from that. They don't really get how much is their fault. Like they sit back and cry like babies, like they didn't have no say in things. If you meet a woman and you like, oh, she cool, but she's sexy, but she cool. As soon as you say she's cool, in your mind, I shouldn't even really be dealing with her, but damn, she's sexy. And then we let this play out and we let it go on. Next thing you know, you're with a sexy but irritating woman, a sexy but non-cool woman. And then when she does you dirty, you go, man, these women out here ain't shit. But the whole time you knew something wasn't right. You knew it wasn't cool, but you let it go. Your inaction to let her go and move on to design the life you want is because of you. It's not because of her.
You have it.
You guys got to understand that. A lot of y'all are in relationships right now, and if you look over, you make excuses on why you're there. Now, for the dudes that have kids and stuff, hey, that's something different, right? Dudes that have kids, that's something different. Maybe y'all kids are straight.
We waiting for you to get that on and popping. Yeah, we're waiting for you to get that going, Jay Roman, so you can help these young brothers with that shit.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, those who have kids, hey, maybe that's something different, because I would hate for your kids to be getting straight A's, be well-rounded individuals, and then y'all split up, and now your kid he's a dummy now. He cry, that's something different. However, I'm not saying that's going to happen all the time, though, because when people work things out, they can work it out in a beautiful way where the kids still thrive. What I'm saying, though, is some of you guys are with a woman. Some of you guys are with a woman, and y'all don't even have kids, and you staying with them. And you saying, man, I should leave her. I should. Why not? You don't even have kids with this woman, and you still in this situation. And then when she finally leaves you, You be like, man, these women ain't shit. Like, no, she was just man enough to do something you didn't do as a man. Really? She took the lead on one more thing she had to take the lead on, and that's leaving. So I'm just saying, like, we have more control than we think, and it's so crazy that y'all won't take the opportunity to realize it and then get help on it, because a lot of people don't teach it these days.
That's right there, Jay Roman. Is a lot of these guys, y'all have the power in your hands to build and create the dating life you want for yourself. You just have to have the discipline and the fortitude to see it through. And yes, there's gonna be a lot of chicks that you think look good, and you looking at her like, damn, I really wish I could have tapped that ass, but she ain't acting right. I gotta let her go. And that's where the discipline starts, where you could have sex with her, but you say no, right? You could get her to meet you out on a date, but you say, I can't fuck with it. And that's where it starts. Why? Because attraction isn't enough. Why men with game walk away from most women? Guys, when y'all get this ism in y'all gonna realize that most women aren't a good fit for you. But when we talk about compatibility literally means existing in harmony without conflict. So if you have a woman that you want to meet you and she's telling you maybe, is that harmonious? If you tell a woman, take out your phone and put my number in it, and she says, I don't call men I just met, is she being harmonious in that interaction? If you tell a woman, hey, how about we meet for coffee at this coffee spot? And she says, coffee? What, we can't go out to eat? Is there not conflict right now? That's what I'm saying. Harmonious. It should be easy, like the easy button. Y'all remember the easy button back in the day? Dealing with a woman should be so easy that you question. Miles J, you ever dealt with a chick that made it so easy? You looked at her like, why is she making it this easy? I feel like this. This is too easy. It should be that easy where it becomes your new normal.
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
But cats don't want to come back to the group and say, she just don't like me. I'm not her type. They're afraid to do that.
Yeah.
I guess I ain't her type. She don't like me. Oh man, I'm worried about what you think.
Hey, caller, you worried about what your friends think too?
Not really.
No,
Yeah,
you said not really.
I like what I. No,
you're worried. You're worried.
No, I like what I like.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
It's my thing.
Your first answer was the correct one.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you how much that don't make no sense, and I'm sorry, fellas.
I mean, if they said like, "Hey, I've seen her out with another nigga," I'll be like, "Oh, for real?"
No.
So
you mean to tell me this? I'm gonna ask you this question.
Dating, why would you care though? Now, if that's your girl and they saw her out with some other dude, that's different.
No, if it's like my girl, only if it's like my girl, my woman.
It's my girl. So let me ask you this then, just so I can understand the caller, man. Let me ask you this. What's your name again, caller?
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn, let me ask you this. You mean to tell me that you're not wondering or worry about what your friends say or think, but you worry about what a stranger that don't know you think?
Ooh. Touche, nigga. Touche.
Yeah.
Keyshawn.
I don't want to get kicked out of no store or something. I don't know. Causing a scene.
Oh, causing it.
No. No, we're not telling you to cause a scene.
Disrespected. I can't let it slide anymore.
When you ask for a girl's number, do you slap her before you ask her the number? Like, what would you be doing to get kicked out of a store?
He's like, listen, dude, she's here to get coffee. She's not here to talk to you, dude. Like,
okay, no. But what is the woman saying? What is the woman saying?
What is she saying?
You, bro, shut the fuck up, you know?
What is the woman saying? Caller. Stop venting and listen. Don't vent no more. Listen, please. What is the woman saying?
She's just having the conversation. I'm trying to ask her out.
No. This is what I'm asking you. Listen to what I'm asking you. When the people are telling her, leave her alone, she's just there to get coffee. is she agreeing with them or not?
Neutral.
What do you mean neutral? What the fuck does that mean? Okay, Carl, let me put it another way.
Explain the situation. What happened? Because this sounds like a real live. What happened?
Did much to check back in with the girl because you didn't look at the girl and say, "Hey, does this guy speak for you? Are you with him?" You didn't do that, did you? You just got discouraged by some fucking stranger's opinion, correct?
I'm gonna be real. I kept it pushing.
Right. But yeah, tell these guys what happened. They want to know the story, I guess.
No, I was getting drinks from Dutch Bros. Went over there, and there was this chick in front of me. After I ordered, I started talking to her, and there was this other guy, and he just said, "Hey, she's here to get a drink. She's not here to talk to you." And I was like,
okay, real quick, stop right there. Okay, this is important because okay, you're black, Keyshawn. I'm certain of it, right?
I'm black.
This young lady, what was her race?
I'm black.
I don't even know. I didn't even.
Bro, was she black? Was she Mexican? What does she look like? God damn it!
Well, she looked like mixed.
Okay.
Okay, the guy. What race was the guy?
He was of Caucasian descent.
Oh, he was hating, bro.
Okay, was he working there or was he a customer?
He was a customer.
Okay, were they together?
No.
Okay, the reason why I'm asking because for a guy who's a stranger to care about you talking to a woman who's a stranger makes no sense. Now, you being black, if she was white, he was white, then it could be some other shit. But regardless of that, none of that really matters. What matters, and both the gentlemen said it, fuck what the guy is saying. If you're talking to the woman and she's responding to you, ignore the guy. Unless the guy is aggressively trying to step to you, literally act like he don't, exist. That's just my personal opinion.
Yep. All right, caller.
And I bet what happened was when you left, he got her number. Like, hey, I'm so tired of these guys kind of getting in line. Seemed like you was just enjoying your day. Did I overstep? I'm sorry. Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, I just had to say something. My name is such and such. What's yours? Boom. He just hated on you.
She left before both of us. So.
My
she
goodness.
didn't give a fuck about none of y'all niggas.
Y'all, you let him punk you out. You let a stranger punk you out.
You know what it was, J. Roman? They're having a dick measuring contest about me.
Froze.
That was so unexpected.
It was so unexpected.
I just froze. All right, caller. Listen, man, we're done giving you a free consultation. Okay, you're gonna have to get with somebody for some coaching, or you're gonna have to talk to a counselor or a shrink about your lack of confidence. Okay, but you got to get some help. Okay.
Well, thank you guys, though.
All right, appreciate it, brother. Thanks for calling.
Have a good weekend.
You too, man. Thanks for supporting the show. And yeah, man, I'm gonna kill the phone line so we could get up out of here. I don't know if you want to do any more questions or.
Real quick, I'll double check. I think we might be done with women. Hold on, there's a question right there. I got to pick these questions carefully because I don't want to get a headache trying to read some of this shit.
Right.
Okay, hold on, right there. Okay, right there. So he says, when it comes to a fuck buddy, does the woman focus more on the physical or just the sexual? Don't be concerned with what the woman is focused on. Okay, guys, when we talk about fuck buddies, the primary reason why a woman will be a fuck buddy with you is because she likes the sex. Period. Right? She likes the sex. Right? So all of that, she thinks you're cute. What compels a woman to fuck you on a regular basis is because she likes it. That's all that really matters. I want to speak to it.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
When I hear guys say shit like this, it makes me think that you're the kind of guy that when you finish fucking a chick, you sit there asking her, "Did you come?" That's the thing. It's like stop. Like, guys, all of this shit is unattractive. Like, trying to worry about what a woman's worried about is unattractive. Focus on what you're focused on, and then make sure she's complying. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And real quick, and I'll pass it to you, Jay. If y'all have sex with a chick and she ain't feeling it, so what? If she didn't bust, so what? Good. Real quick, I had a client, and I got to say this real quick. He fucked a chick, and he started getting dressed, and she said, "I'm not done yet." Then he got undressed and started fucking her again. And I'm like, why would you do that? Never do that. It's not your job to please these women like that. Y'all are performing for these women like a circus monkey. Don't do that. My bad, Jay. You got it.
No, I'm gonna make it simple. I'm gonna solve this for you guys. I got an easy solve for anybody in this question. If you are in a fuck buddy situation and you're wondering, is it physical or sexual? Before you go over there, do 40 push-ups, and then go over there. And if you're kind of chubby, do 40 sit-ups, and then go over there and have some fun, and that'll be that. She'll start instantly. If it was sexual, love you physically, and if it was physically, she'll love you sexually. Don't worry about it. If you're in a fuck buddy situation already, just do some push-ups before going over there.
There you go. Right.
Shit. This is one of those non-questions, right? Like, is it me? I kind of chuckle because it's one of those questions like, are you not fucking already? Like, what's the issue here? I don't care if it's sexual, physical. I don't care if you like my one eyeball. My left eyeball is what you're attracted to. I don't care. Okay, we're in a fuck buddy status. We're just doing this thing, and we're getting out of here. Like, you can like my big toe. Take off your shoe. I like seeing that big toe before I get into it. Fine. There's the big toe. Let's get into it. We're gone. Like, this is not a situation. Stop creating situations. I couldn't fuck her because I didn't know if she liked me physically or sexually. So what?
Facts. All right, next question. What are we doing?
Right. So he responded to what we was telling him. He says, so instead I should tell her while I'm eating, I will not pay for her meal if she has bad energy. Really? Really?
All right, next question.
Really? Yeah, we're done.
Sign up for a debate class, man.
Let's go ahead and wrap it up, Miles. What you got going on, fam?
Remember, it is shea butter season. It is soap season. It's a Black Friday sale on the entire website for Cunningham Elements. Go to Cunningham Elements and you will get 33% off every order. 33% off your order. So go ahead over there. It's a built-in. You don't need no code. You don't need nothing. As soon as you get to checkout, you will see where the discount comes in for 33%. And yeah, man. So guys, and the sale only lasts till the end of the month, November 30th. So it's a Black Friday sale until November 30th. Cunningham Elements. So make sure y'all go over there. And then, of course, go to shoplucario.com and get with Lucario for the online dating consultations and the How to Master the Vetting Process program. And then, of course, Lucario is also going live, I think, like at 3 or something. So make sure y'all check him out as well. And then check us out tomorrow.
Earlier than normal.
Theory. Check us out, Real Game No Theory, tomorrow, 12 noon, man. And of course, Jay Roman, always a pleasure. K-Zag, thanks for having us, man. And shout out to the chat and all the mods.
Let me say this real quick before you go, Jay Roman. Let me say this for you guys. Guys, the dates you take women out on, you don't use the date to try and punish a woman. If you act right, I'll pay. If you don't, I'm not. You don't do. See, you guys are the kind of dudes. You'll tell a woman she ain't got to work, and you'll pay for everything, not because you really want her to enjoy her life, because you want to try and enslave her with money and make her act right with your money. If you don't act right, you can't have this credit card. Like that's how y'all are, right? You don't do women like that. You don't use money as a way to try and punish women. Well, if you act right, then I'll pay for your meal. First of all, she don't need you. Like, guys, women got their own money. Stop acting like women need you for your money. They don't. They'll use you for your money, but they don't need you for your fucking money. Go ahead, Jay Roman.
Man, Zach, I 100% agree. I think some of you guys need to sign up for debate class or something. Maybe we need to start like a debate portal or something where people just want to come and yell and debate, because it seems like you guys use dating just as a way to debate each other, and men this and women that. Like, nobody goes out to have fun anymore, and it's really irritating. You know what I'm saying? Because the questions we get is like, I took a woman out and we were arguing about, like, you arguing on the first date? What is this? like get up and leave. But anyway, like always, Miles, nice to be on the show with you, my brother. I look at you guys on tomorrow's show, Real Theory. No, I'm saying it backwards.
Real Game No Theory.
Real Game No Theory. You know,
Thanks.
one of the funniest shows on one of the funniest and educational shows on
sir.
YouTube there tomorrow with two of the panel here today with Zag and Miles. Look forward to it. And Zag, always appreciate it. And thank you for having me on the show.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And Juliana, it's the alkaline water. It's making my skin glow, girl. It's glowing everywhere, though.
Y'all catching the tone. Are y'all catching the tone?
It's glowing everywhere.
Every time he
right?
talks to
so
certain
quick,
ones.
y'all. Renee P, thank you, baby girl. There go Miles' website right there. Fuck with the homie, J. Roman. Appreciate you coming through. Miles Cunningham, appreciate you. All the mods, the ladies, the chats, the callers, appreciate y'all. We out tomorrow. Real Game No Theory. Peace.